Hmm. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Today we shall see a truly beautiful mind. My little souls, you might have known very famous song, and the line runs like this. There are only a few words. The words are like this: Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. Have you remembered it? Have you ever heard it? This is a beautiful song. I don't remember the name of that film, but I remember these few words, and the words are Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. यानी सत्य ही गॉड है, ट्रूथ इज गॉड and God is beautiful. God is beautiful. Why the question rises, may rise in your mind, and you may ask me, sir, why is God beautiful? The answer is very, very clear as the daylight. God is beautiful because He takes care of all the human being. Not only human being, but everything, whatever the thing He might have created, He looks after them. He looks after them. Especially, He takes care of them. Not only He takes care of them, but He loves everybody. He loves all human beings. He loves all creature. Even He loves the ant. And boy, that's why every creature, every insect, every human being has the same right on this earth like human being. Now, you might have asked me, sir, why you are discussing like this? Yes, I may tell you that this scientist, Einstein, was really a really beautiful mind, because he loves the world. He loves the planet. He loves every human being. And in that regard, in that connection, his mind is beautiful. Because he loves the world. You might have heard the line from Jnaneshwari. There, Jnaneshwar Mauli says, this world is my home. This world is my home. Means the whole universe is my home. It is in Marathi, Vishwachi Maze Ghara. The person who thinks about the whole world definitely is a man with a beautiful mind. Do you agree with me or not? Let us start the lesson from the childhood of this great scientist Albert Einstein. Before we read this, we shall start from here. Before you read, come on, read with me in your mind and pay 100% attention. Who do you think of when you hear the word gens or genus? Who is genus? What quality do you think of gens has? We shall now read about a young German scientist, civil servant, who took the world by storm about 100 years. In summer of 1905, the 26-year-old scientist published in a quick succession four ground-breaking papers about light. One, the motion of particles, the electrodynamics of moving bodies and energy. His work took up only a few pages in Scientist Journal, but changed forever our understanding of space, time and the entire cosmos, and transformed the name Einstein into synonym of similar of genus or genus. His only 4 essays. Which were the essays he had published? See here. Papers about light, the motion of particles, electrodynamics of moving bodies and energy. These papers brought laurel to Einstein, and within a day he became famous all over the world. His papers had broken the record, and at that time he was only 26-year-old man. Because why do you listen to me? He was by nature a very freak. He was by nature very freak, strange, away from other people, apart from other people. What I think, what you think, what she think, what they think, Albert Einstein think different from us, and that's make him a great scientist of the world. Now shall I start the lesson? If you come across new word, or if we come across new word while reading the passage, I will write it down on the blackboard. I think that there are no new words. Let me start this lesson. Our lesson start with the childhood of this scientist. Shall I start, boys? Come on. Albert Einstein was born on 14 March 1879. He was born on 14 March 1879 in the German city of Arn, without any indication that he was destined for greatness. On the contrary, his mother thought Albert was a freak. To her, his head seemed much large. Now there is one new word, and that is freak. The meaning of freak is given in the margin on the left side of the page. Let me read it again to you. Albert Einstein was born on 14 March 1879 in German city of Ulm, without any indication that he was destined for greatness. On the contrary, his mother thought Albert was a freak. To her, his head seems much too large. He was born on 14 March 1879. And when he was born, there was not any indication that he would be a great scientist, he would be a great man in the world. No, there was no any symptom, there was no any indication, there was no any mark that he would be in future be a great man. No. On the contrary, his mother thought that he was a very peculiar, he was a very strange human being because his head was very large. Now boys, I will read this again to you, then I will write the question on the blackboard and you have to answer it. Albert Einstein was born on 14 March 1879 in the German city of Ulm without any indication that he was destined for greatness. On the contrary, his mother thought Albert was a freak. To her, his head seemed much too large. First question, let us start with here. When was Einstein born? First question. Second question, why did his mother think that the child was a freak? See here boys, answer the question. You will find the answer of all these questions. He was born when? He was born, okay, and why did his mother think that the child was freak? Okay, yes, you read the passage. The passage runs like this. Albert Einstein was born on 14 March 1879 in German city of Ulm without any indication that he was destined for greatness. On the contrary, his mother thought Albert was a freak. To her, his head seems much too large. See, read the question and answer this paragraph. You will get answer of all these two questions here in the first paragraph. Two important points are this. He was born when? You remember time? 14 March 1879. Okay, and why he was freak? Because of his Lord. This point you should remember. Clear? He was born, you remember the date, 14 March 1879, and you know why he was abnormal, why he was strange. Freak means strange. Freak means extraordinary. Shall I go ahead, Moish? Come, second paragraph. At the age of 2.5, Einstein still wasn't talking. When he finally did learn to speak, he uttered everything twice. Einstein did not know what to do with other children, and his playmates called him Brother Boring. So the youngster played by himself much of the time. He especially loved mechanical toys. See, underline this sentence. It shows in Marathi there is very good proverb. Mulache पाय पाळण्यात दिसतात. This line shows that in future the child will definitely become a scientist. Come on, I will explain it later on to you. He especially loved mechanical toys. Looking at his newborn sister Maza, he said to have said, Very good, very fine, very beautiful. But where are her wheels now? Wait, let me explain to you. He was born, you know, and he could not speak. When he was a child, he could not speak. When he started speaking, he uttered everything twice. And when he was a child of 2.5 years old, he started speaking. And he used to stammer. He did not speak clearly. Already he had started speaking when he was 2.5 years old. And when he started speaking, he used to stammer. He used to repeat the same sentence twice. Okay. Now he had no friend. He did not know how to use the friend. He did not know the importance of friendship. He did not know how to engage the friend, how to play with the friend, how to kill time with friend. No, he didn't know these all things, and naturally he had no friend. He did not know how he should use his friendship and friend. So naturally he had no friend at all. In spite of playing with friend, actually, friends are soul of the children. They like friends. They like to play with them. You see, when you are in 9th standard, you may have a lot of friends. You cannot survive without them. They are closer to you than your parent. So friend and friendship plays very important role in the life of child. Do you agree with me or not? But this child had no friend at all. He did not know what the friendship was. No. And that's why he did not play with them. He used to play with the mechanical toys. And he was interested in mechanics. And that's why there was an example how he was interested in mechanical toys. There was a birth of second child. His sister was born, and the name of his sister was Madha. When he looked at Madha, he admired his sister by telling that the child is very fine. The child is very fine. But instead of asking where her legs are, what did he ask? He asked where her legs. So it shows that he had no interest in friend. He was interested in mechanical toys, and that's why his friend called him brother boring. Now I will read this to you again, and then I will write the question on the blackboard to get the answer from you, to test you whether you have understood it or not. At the age of 2.5, Einstein still wasn't talking. When he finally did learn to speak, he uttered everything twice. Einstein did not know what to do with other children, and his playmates called him brother boring. So the youngster played by himself much of the time. He especially loved mechanical toys. He especially loved mechanical toys. Looking at his newborn sister Madha, he said to her, "Fine, but where are her wheels?" Means leg. Okay, boys. First question. Why did the friends look upon Einstein as brother boring. Okay. The question is here, why did his friend look upon him as brother boring? Fourth question. He was interested in mechanical, just minute. He was interested in mechanical things. Explain. Okay. See here, I will read it again to you. At the age of 2.5, Einstein still wasn't talking. When he finally did learn to speak, he uttered everything twice. Einstein did not know what to do with the other children, other friend, and so his playmates called him, answer is here, brother boring. So this youngster played himself much of time. He especially loved mechanical toys. Looking at the new born sister Maza, he is said to have said, fine, but where are her wings? Still, the childhood of this scientist is going on. Okay, boys, come on. Third paragraph. Now, what did the headmaster of his school think about this child? What was headmaster's impression about this young scientist? Very interesting. Come on. How he made a mistake, I don't know about this scientist, but I think that this headmaster had definitely judged these young scientists wrongly. Come on, see how the headmaster was wrong. A headmaster once told his father that what Einstein chose as a profession without, a headmaster once told his father that what Einstein chose as a profession wouldn't matter, because he would never make a success. I will like to write this line on the blackboard. He would, am I right? He would never make at success at actually, boys, the headmaster should have not talked like this. One day what happened, the headmaster of his school, looking at the future of this young scientist, remarked and told his father that he could do nothing in his life. Success, any success, whatever he might follow it, would be never of his. He would never achieve any sort of success in his life. Who remarked? The headmaster of his school, Einstein school, remarked that he would never make at any success. He would never make at success at anything. Am I right? The sentence I have written. He would never make a success. He would never make. Just minute. Just minute, boys. Sorry. He would never make a success at anything. It is very regretful statement stated by the headmaster, I don't like, whether you like or not, we should not discourage the children, the boys like this. But he told Einstein's father, the headmaster told Einstein's father that his son could do nothing in his life. This was his remark. And Einstein began learning to play the violin at the age of 6 because his mother wanted him to. He later became a gifted amateur violinist, maintaining his skill throughout his life. Now, boys, we have seen the remark of the headmaster. Very disgusting, very disappointing, discouraging statement he had made about this young scientist. But he said to his father that his son could do nothing in his life. But secondly, his mother, everybody's mother generally is very loving, great. She is an university of knowledge, learning and all these things. Like any other mother, she thought that her son should play on violin. And later on, see, it shows two things. Let me explain it to you. His mother wanted Einstein to play the violin, okay, and he started learning that musical instrument, and then he became very famous. And he remained very good player of the violin. It indicates two things. It highlights two things. His love for mother. It shows that he was an obedient student. He obeyed his mother. And secondly, it shows and it gives us lesson. It highlights the lesson for us that if we dedicate ourselves very sincerely to anything, no block, no problem can block our aim. And it is said that if you know where you are going, and if you decide it, and if you start going towards that direction with sincerity, with dedication, with hard work, you will get there. So, two things we have seen in this paragraph. First, very disgusting remark made by the headmaster. He should have not made like that, but he said what he thought. But headmaster is proved wrong by the mother of this scientist. His mother wanted that he should play the violin. And see the charisma, see the wonder. The child started playing on the violin and he became a great artist in the world of musical instrument. So, two things we have seen. Now, let me read this again to you and then I will write down the question on the blackboard to get the answer. A headmaster once told his father that what Einstein chose as a profession wouldn't matter because he would never make a success at anything. Einstein began learning to play the violin at the age of 6. Underline it. Because his mother wanted him to. He later became a gifted amateur violinist, maintaining the skill throughout life. So, first, what was the HM's remark about okay, first question. Second question, why did Einstein start playing the how did he maintain it? Now see the answer, see the question. Why did Einstein start playing the violin and how did he maintain it? Okay boys, I think that you might have understood it. Only 2 paragraphs today we have seen. Thank you a lot.